Hi everyone, my name's Angie. You can find me over at Tiwari Yoga, and I'm going to be taking you through this short yoga flow for better posture. So when you're ready, just make your way to lying flat on your back and bring the soles of the feet close to your glutes. The knees point up towards the ceiling. Place the hands on the lower belly and close your eyes. And just take a moment to connect in with your breath. And I want you to think of one thing that you feel grateful for. Really bring that to mind. Repeat it in your head. It could be something as simple as just finding the time to practice yoga today. And then let that go and breathe into your lower belly. Really letting the belly fill up like a balloon on the inhale. And release back inwards on the exhale. And you can bring the knees to come to touch, or you can keep them parallel, pointing up towards the ceiling, completely up to you. Let everything slow down. And then we're going to bring the feet to come to touch, and we're going to open the knees out to the side in your Supta Baddha Konasana pose, your reclined bound angle. So the body stays exactly where it is. It's just the knees coming out to the side, placing the hands on tops of the thighs, and just putting a little bit of pressure there because we want to create a bit of an opening in the hips. Maybe swaying from left to right. And using this time with these slower movements to check in. Check in on what you can feel. Check in on any tightness in the body. Try and do that without a sense of judgment. Just being aware of which parts feel tight and which parts feel loose. And you can change the positioning of your hands so that one of your hands is planted on top of your chest and the other is on the lower belly. Or you can keep them both on the lower belly, but just make sure wherever they are, they're really connecting in. Take an inhale, draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a big hug, and slowly roll from left to right. Give your lower spine a nice massage. Make sure that lower spine is imprinting down onto the ground. And then we're going to start taking circles with the legs outwards. And then change direction, really exaggerating those circles, getting into every part of the hip joint, every part of your hamstrings, embracing any clicks and pops that you might hear. And then draw the knees back into center. We're going to take hold of your left knee, extend the right leg all the way down towards the ground, squeeze that left knee in towards the chest, and then bring it over to the left armpit. And then coming into a spinal twist, bringing the left hand out to the side and drawing the knee all the way across. The leg comes across the body in our spinal twist. Turn the head to face in the opposite direction of the leg. Stay here, connect with the breath. And then slowly inhale, turn the head facing back towards the sky, draw the knee back in towards the chest, squeezing it in, and exhale, let that leg all the way down. Inhale, right knee in towards the chest, wrap the arms around, squeeze the knee up and in, over towards the right armpit. And then we're going to draw the leg across the body. We turn our head to face in the opposite direction of the leg. And if you like to, you can use the hand to just gently press the leg over. Now, if you're not feeling anything, you are welcome to draw that knee a little bit closer up towards the chest. That's going to intensify the stretch. And then inhale, turn the head to face back up to the sky, draw the knee in towards the chest. Inhale here and exhale, let it drop. Both legs at the bottom of the mat. We're going to inhale, we're going to sweep the legs up and we're going to open them out and just open and closing the legs and getting the legs as straight as you possibly can. Flexing the feet up towards the sky, using your hands for support, and then come to stillness and reach the arms up. Keep flexing the feet up towards the sky. Feel a nice stretch through the backs of the legs. Keep that lower spine pressed onto the ground. And then slowly we start to bend the knees. And we're going to roll and rock the body all the way up to a seated position. So take a few rolls all the way up to the top of the spine and then to the base. And then when you get up to the top, You're going to just make your way onto all fours. And then from here, we come into our cat-cow. With our cat-cow, we really want to exaggerate. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest through. Exhale, press into the palms, dome the upper back. Take your time, keep moving, synchronizing the breath to the movement. Taking an inhale, sweep right arm up. Exhale, draw it underneath, Parsva Balasana, your thread the needle pose. Now, you can stay here. You can make sure that your glutes are sticking up in the air. And if you would like to take a bind, you can draw the top arm to come all the way back and rest either on the lower back, or it can come and tuck into the crease of the upper thigh. And slowly make your way back. Draw the arm back up towards the ceiling and then back onto all fours. Take a few wriggles, a few rolls out of the hips. Nice juicy rolls. Free fluid movement. Imagine like you're a wave, and then we come to the other side, inhaling that left arm up. Exhale, drawing it underneath, Parsva Balasana, our thread the needle. So we're really resting the whole left side of the body onto the ground here. And then if you took the bind on the other side, I want you to take it here as well. Draw it all the way back. Maybe it comes into the crease of that upper thigh. Encouraging that shoulder to draw back and open the heart through. And then when you're ready to come out, we slowly unravel. We come back onto all fours. And we sit our glutes back to our heels. I'm going to turn and face you, but you can stay exactly where you are. Coming into a side stretch, so bringing your left arm all the way up and over, and then you can maybe walk the opposite hand out. You want to make sure that the hips are really pressing down and maybe gazing up towards the ceiling. Get a nice side stretch all the way through the torso. And then we turn the head to face the hand that's pressing into the ground. See how that feels? And then coming all the way back up. Both arms extend up to the ceiling. And then the opposite hand comes down. Come into a side stretch on the opposite side. Working on drawing that shoulder back. Lift the heart through, shine the heart forward, and then turn the head when you're ready to gaze down towards the hand that's pressing into the ground. Again, come back to your breath if you've lost it. When you're ready, take a big inhale, come back up, arms up, and on the exhale, we bring the arms out to the side. We are bringing the elbows in. Inhale, sweep them back up, chin is up. Exhale, imagine like you're coming through mud. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands into prayer position. Melt your chest and your forehead down to the earth, coming into Balasana, your child's pose. Child's pose with the feet together, knees together. Breathing deeply into your diaphragm, giving your internal digestive organs a nice massage. And when you're ready, inhale and come all the way back up. So from here, we want to sit up and we're coming into camel pose, Ostrasana. So bring the hands onto the lower back and we start diving the body back, chin up towards ceiling, push heart through, push hips forward, maybe grabbing hold of the ankles if that's in our reach. And keep the breath really strong here. Often in poses like this, we don't want to breathe. We start holding the breath, but remember to breathe and make it nice, long, deep breaths. And whenever you feel you need to come out, you can come out of it safely by pressing the hands onto the lower back, coming back up and sitting the glutes back in towards the heels. Extend the arms up, take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, draw the arms to the front. Inhale, sweep them up, shoulders up to ears. Exhale to the front, breathing in, lifting up. Exhale to the front, and then come back to pressing the palms onto the earth. Shuffle the knees a bit further apart, and then sit your glutes all the way back in between the two legs. So really shuffle, make sure you've got nice space. The ankles and the feet are either side of the glutes. Place the hands behind the hips. And just see how that feels. If it feels a bit too intense, come out of it. If you want to go a bit further, maybe the forearms come down towards the ground, keep the chest lifted. And again, if you want to take it even further, you can start to intensify the pose by lying all the way down towards the earth. And just rest here, bring the palms either side of the body, turn the palms to face up towards the sky, or you can rest the hands on the lower belly and focus on that deep belly breath. upwards and outwards. Now, for some of you, this might feel super relaxing. For others, this might feel really challenging on your hamstrings. If you've got tight hamstrings, which a lot of us do, that's really normal. But just trying to remember that everything's temporary. When you're ready, slowly you can make your way back up. We're going to keep the left leg where it is, and we're going to extend the right leg all the way to the front. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up, and then on the exhale, we're going to do a little forward fold over that right leg in our half hero pose. So reach the hands as far as you can. They might reach your shin, your ankle, your toes, the soles of the feet. And it doesn't matter exactly where you get to, but it does matter that you use your breath to get as deep as you feel is comfortable. So as we inhale, we come up, we lift, we're gazing towards our toes. That's our drishti here, our gazing point. And on your exhale, you try and dive a bit deeper. Take an inhale, we're going to come back up. And we just change legs. So extend the left leg to the front and keep the right knee bent. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, hands to feet. Use your breath. Inhale to lift. Exhale to sink down. Drishti is your feet, is your toes. Soften into the pose as much as you can. Come back to your breath. Inhale to come up. Exhale, straightening both of the legs this time. Maybe bringing some movement. And then coming into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Inhale, arms come back up again. And exhale, grab hold of the big toes if you can by hooking the first two fingers underneath the big toe, the thumb on top. And it's that same movement of inhaling to lift up, open through your chest, create an elongation and more space in the spine. And the exhale is going to help you reach further forward and down. And if you need to take a little bend in your knees, you can do so. If you want to place a block underneath your knees, you can also do so. And then we come into the counter pose, Purvottanasana, by placing the two hands behind our back and pushing the hips up towards the ceiling, flattening the feet. Open the chest. Inhale and exhale to release. And then we're going to just draw the knees in and come into our yogi squat, a malasana. The feet point outwards, hands in prayer position, press the elbows into the legs, legs into the elbows, real opening into your hamstrings. Keep the chest open, back is nice and straight. And then you can make your way all the way down just to coming into Balasana, our child's pose. So bring the knees the same distance as the mat, feet come to touch at the back, glutes are really pushing back into the earth, arms reach forward and down, aiming to get the forehead to rest on the ground if you can. If not, don't worry. And slowly, when you're ready, make your way back. Gently come out of it. From here, we are going to come up onto our knees. And we're going to come into our puppy pose. So you can readjust if you need to. Just walk the hands as far forward as you can. And you want to keep the glutes pressing into the air. So it might feel weird that the bum is in the air, but the bum is meant to be really high in the air. And if you would like to intensify it, you can come onto the tips of the fingers, get a nice stretch into the forearms and underneath the armpit. Sink the heart forward. This is a really nice heart opening pose, Anahatasana. Anahata means heart. So we're really opening up our heart here, opening up our chest, melting down. Deep breaths. And then make your way up. And we're going to come onto the soles of the feet. We've got a little funky move here. So place the glutes down, come up into Navasana, legs lift, and then place the feet down, press into the feet, lean forwards, come back up onto the tips of your toes, and then come back, heels press down, glutes sits to the earth, legs lift, Navasana, boat pose. Feet come, lean the body forward, up to the tips of your toes. This is a really good core strength. And your feet are getting a really nice little workout here. So stay in your awkward pose, extend the arms up towards the ceiling to test your balance, and then bring them out in front of you. And then come back again onto our heels, sit the glutes down, come back up into your Navasana. Finally, it's time for Shavasana. It's time for your corpse pose. So grab a bolster if you want to have a different restorative version. If you want to use blocks instead, or if you don't have or don't want to use your props, you can just come to lie flat on your back. and get into a comfortable position. Here I'm using a bolster and I'm coming into my Supta Baddha Konasana legs, so the feet touching, the soles of the feet are touching and the knees are out to the side. And with the bolster or with a block, you just get a bit more of an opening through your Anahata chakra, your heart chakra. You can see there's a bit more of an opening in the chest. But again, listen to your body, do what feels best for you. And before we close out today's session, before I leave you to relax in your Shavasana, I want you to just think about that one thing that you feel grateful for, that you called upon into your memory at the beginning of the session. And I just want you to come back to that. Welcoming gratitude into your life and really focusing on the good things that we have in life. And I'm going to leave you for some moments of stillness and silence. So just enjoy this time and let the body completely relax and melt into the earth underneath you. Okay, just gently start to deepen your breath. Stretch the arms up above your head. Draw the knees in towards yourself and give yourself a big hug, maybe stretching the feet towards the bottom of the mat. And take your time to make your way up to seated. There's really no rush. And when you get up to a cross-legged position, hands are going to press onto our Anahata chakra, our heart chakra. Take a moment to connect in with yourself. Raise the hands up, thumb touches our third eye chakra, point between the two eyebrows. And when you're ready, you can blink the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me. See you soon.